Hi guys and gals. I didn't make an announcement on this one, so we'll see who else shows up. And I didn't make one for a couple of weeks. So far there's nobody there. I've been talking to myself for a long time. So, you know, it's nothing new. Oh, there's two. Two there. Who's there? Hello and welcome. Well, I guess you're not going to say anything. They're just going to sit and watch. And be lurkers. Got two lurkers. Oh, there's Chris. Honey, I'm home. Yeah, but your name isn't Ricky. What's going on, Chris? Anything? Anything good, that is? Yeah, we got three watching. Chris, the only brave one so far. Yeah, I bet it is, Chris. It's been a little bit cold here, not too bad. Hi, Charles, welcome. Been raining for, God, it seems like weeks. It's rained every day since I've come home from the mountains, I can tell you that. It's getting a little gushy outside. I'd be glad to share some of it with you, Chris. So it's typical Arizona weather. Well, actually, it's not typical Arizona weather for this time of year. It's usually cold and dry, but it's been wet and kind of warm. We used to call this kind of weather, it was air conditioning in the daytime and then heater at night. So, hiya, Gavin. Okay, Chris. We all got to talk Gavin into getting a good camera for his computer. Oh, and a good internet. He's out there in the boondocks. He's too far away from anything, I think, to get anything, you know, a good connection. So what's going on? I think I'm pretty much home for the winter. When I was up there the last time, it was getting pretty nasty. You guys might remember it was just barely the sun went down, and it was already cold at that point when I was up there on the last live stream. So I've been kind of watching the weather. It's been raining up there all the time, And, you know, if it doesn't flood, I'm able to get in and out of there pretty good. But when it starts to raining like every day like that, you know, there's no use me even, you know, trying to push the envelope, get stuck up there. You know, like Gavin said, I have to hoof it somewhere. DSL light. You need DSL heavy. I'm just giving you a hard time, Gavin. How many bars you got on that one? Oh, that's cool, Chris. Gotta have the AC and gotta have TV. I don't have a TV in a camper, and there's just really nothing on TV that I want to watch anyway. So just have to wait a while, and then it'll be on Netflix. But anyway, like I said, it was starting to get pretty cold, and then they were calling for snow this week, so time to come home. You know, 20 years ago I would have braved it, but not anymore. So you're going to New Mexico, Chris? Oh, that's a good deal, Chris. And if you shop on Amazon, be sure and click on my link there. I had to get that one in, guys. Sorry about that. Hello, Chen. Load 16 tons, and what do you get? Yeah. Hey, they make a pretty good internet signal booster. I think I did a review on mine a couple 3 months ago, I guess. Might want to scroll on back and see if you can find it on my page. Had to get that one in too. Actually, I've used it a lot when I get up there, and it helps a lot. I go from 1 bar, 1.5 to 4 all the time on it, and it's got a good strong upload download signal. Yeah, you're right on that, Gavin. Might be a little overkill, Chris. The little buddy that I have is, you know, perfect for the van, or for the camper, I mean. That's right, Tennessee Ernie Ford. Hello, Mickey. Let me ask you, I think, didn't you say in the last live stream, Michael, that you wanted to be called Mickey? Yeah, that's in the works, Chris. We got to talking about fried green tomatoes the other day. So I'm on the hunt for some green tomatoes. I went to Walmart and asked if they were going to get any green tomatoes, and they just looked at me like, what? Tomatoes are green? So I've got some green ones on my plant at home, but they're it was $1.99, Gavin. Yeah. She's hungry. Uh-oh. Here we go. We'll go with the rain again. You guys hear that? Yeah, there was a lot of places when I went out to the lake with it, Gavin, I didn't have any internet, and I had to go move around, you know, and go try to find a tower and all that. And the last time that Alan and I went out there, I had it hooked up, and we were in a nice spot, and I still had 4 bars on it. So it's a pretty good deal. What's that noise? What is that? Yeah. Is it raining? What is that? Yeah, I love you too. Yep. Want to say hi to everybody? Okay. Let's say hi to everybody. Yep. Come on. We're going to say hi to everybody. Now put your claws in. What do you got to put your claws out every time, huh? Why you got to do that? You get me right in the leg. Say hi. Tell everybody hi. Yeah. She's a good old kitty cat, huh? Yep. Hi. Okay, down you go. What'd you do with your treats? What'd you do? Oh, you knocked them on the floor. What'd you do that for? I always have to give her a treat right afterwards. She'll sit and meow at me until I do. There you go. You just think it's fun to make me bend over, don't you? Hi, darling. I got in trouble for calling you darling last time, but I don't care because I've been always calling you darling. Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? Yeah, darling, it did. It did rain for just a few minutes. Typical Arizona. Come down real hard for about 5 minutes and then quit. Yeah, she can be pretty persistent with the treats, though. Oh yeah, it will do that, Gavin. It will do that. It'll boost your cell signal right up there. Yeah, Charles. I can sleep pretty good when it's raining like that. Until that, the big loud thunderclap wakes me up. Oh, I know you didn't, darling. I know you didn't get mad at me. What's it been, like 3 years? Yeah, the guy told me, he said I should watch how I talk to women. Hi, Larry. Hey, Chris, that van that you're working on, is that the same one you did the video on? You had it all built out for like $200 or something like that? Okay, Mickey. I'll call you Mickey then. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Evelyn. Hi, Carol. Oh, you just missed her. Just missed her, Carol. Had her up there. Just, you have to scroll back a little bit. You can probably find her. She'll sit on my lap for a couple of minutes, and then she digs out her, puts her back claws out, and starts getting in my legs. So, you know, that means let me down. Now give me a treat. No, Larry, I haven't heard a single thing from him. I sent him an email. This, God, what's it been? 3 weeks ago, I guess. And I didn't. He didn't respond. So I don't know. No, Chen, I didn't watch it. Oh, you know what? Van Man did it. He was talking about it. I guess they're going to make like little cells. He's going to be in charge of one, and yeah, he's got like 3 or 4 or something that he's going to be hosting. Oh, cool, Chris! You got racing stripes on it now. Remember when that was what everybody did? They'd get their cars and then buy those 2-inch wide tapes, you know, and put racing stripes on them and all that. Yeah, he's pretty knowledgeable. I think he can help people. He was? I didn't know that. Are we talking about the same guy? Kind of a young guy, does the flute on the intro. He's got a black beard, real short. All right, that'll work, Chris. No, not the same guy. Yeah, who is it? I can't ever think of his name. You know, names and dates just. No, the guy I'm talking about. He's got family in Maine, and he does the sugar beet job all the time. When it's, you know, when it comes up, he goes and does that. Who is it, guys? I'll take a stab at it, Larry. What are you going to have besides your computer running? I've got 500 watts on the camper, and I'll still run out of power During the winter, I run out of power more often. But because I've got the laptop running all the time, and then the deep freezer running, and stuff like that. I'm always charging batteries and that. But during the summer, when you got full sun, it's right overhead. I never have to run the generator. So you can kind of start with 1 or 200 watts and see how it goes. Get a good solar charger, MPPT if you can. If not, then don't worry about it. Just get a cheaper one. I don't know, darling. I'm on again and off again with the RTR. I don't know. I didn't really enjoy myself too much the last time. If Alan hadn't been there, I wouldn't have stayed. I think. I go to the seminars, and it's just, Bob is geared right at people that want to get started and they just don't know too much about how to get started, and so he spends a lot of time doing those kinds of seminars, and that's just not I try not to be arrogant about it, but it's just something that I'm really not interested in because I already know it. So I did get kind of a kick at watching the people, though. That was fun. See you later. Okay, Evelyn, have a good evening. Good to see you. Yeah, they're not too bad, Chris. They're really not. They're fairly quiet. I think they're like 56 or 57 decibels. So that's not really too bad. Of course, the one I've got is a lot cheaper, and it's just 2,000 watt inverter, and it's as quiet as a Honda. It's got two speeds on it, economy and then full speed. But I can run it in economy mode and run everything off the generator, the freezer, and the laptop, all the other stuff that I got going. I can run it right on economy mode, so it lasts. It's a 1 gallon tank, and it lasts about 7 or 8 hours, I guess. I don't know, darling. He has an agenda. Yeah, Adventure Van Man. That's it, Mickey. Yeah, he was talking about that. He was going to have his own little group, and going to be affiliated with Bob, and they're going to kind of, break up the groups, I guess. He didn't really get into it. That's about right, Chris. About $500. It's a good generator. It's not a bad one at all. Really? Oh man, that'd be cool, darling. I don't know if I could stay on a boat for very long. Enough of that. Hello, dispersed nomad. Welcome to the chaos, haha. Yeah, I think all of the generators are pretty much about all the same now. I don't think you can get a really good one or a really bad one, you know, for like $500. Not tonight, Chris. I drank it all. Been kind of limiting myself to it just a little bit. It's too easy to grab a Coke and not eat, you know. Let's see, back in the, when was it? I guess about the late 70s, early 80s, a bunch of us got together and rented a houseboat up there on Lake Mead. It was a big one, and we had a good time with that. One guy had a pontoon boat that we could tow it around, and another guy had a ski boat. We could tow that around, and that was a lot of fun. It was really expensive, but you know, they're not really not made for living in permanently. No, I'm not really sure, Chen. The furnace in the motorhome works good. That's pretty even. But yeah, you guys are right. It'll eat up the propane, but quick. My little heater buddy doesn't eat up too much of it. It's not too bad. About the same as a propane heater. I mean, a propane refrigerator. Of course, it depends on how hot you have to have it. There ain't nothing cooking tonight. Oh, yeah. The ex said that she's got lasagna in the oven, so I'm going to sneak over there and get some of that, I think. I would think that most boat docks have got diesel available. Where do you plan on going with it, darling? Anywhere particular? Well, it's store-bought. Stick it in the oven for an hour. I like Italian food. Not the typical, Italian food, like, pizza and all. That's not really Italian, but real Italian food I like. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's one of the deals, Chris. I got to fill her broom up all the time. Gonna hang out down there in the Gulf, are you? I'm not so sure I'd want to be down there about now. There's a couple, and there's another one that I can't think of their name. They did for 2 or 3 years. They had a motorhome and they went around and did all that. But then they bought a boat, a sailboat, and they just been sailing all over the place, I guess. Not around the U.S. They've been going to other places, other countries, and all that. I'll get those cream cheese stuff, jalapenos, Chris. I like those. Yeah, the Winds. They've got a pretty good channel to watch if you like. If you like to watch them on the boat and all that. Now, I was going to say, darling, head west, but there's some hurricanes been building up in the Gulf of Mexico down there. Yeah, poppers. That's it. And we had one Hurricane Rosa that came through up in the mountains and dumped a bunch of water. That's pretty much what prompted me to leave. There was another one coming, but I guess it veered off. I haven't heard anything about it. Did they get a boat, Mickey? I didn't realize that they did. I used to watch them all the time. Yeah, they did, Larry. They sure did. They follow me all around, like stray dog or stray cat. Once you feed them, that's it. Be careful of them pirates. Get you some big guns. Oh, man. Shouldn't have said that. Sorry. That one just came right out. Sorry about that, guys. Hello, Jimmy. Yeah, my motorhome's parked in her driveway. That's right, darling. You're a force to be reckoned with, right? No, Chris. They don't. Most all of the national forests in Arizona are free. 14-day limit. They don't really enforce it up too bad. I shouldn't say stuff like that, but they don't really enforce the 14-day limit. They're not like right on you on the 15th day. You're still there after 30 days. You're going to say something to you. Hi, John Miller. Good evening to you. Good to see you. I'm sorry, Chris. Okay, I'll go to the corner. Jeez. And I appreciate that, Chris. I really do. Thank you. I get to run in my mouth sometimes, guys, and you know, stuff just comes out. Pretty hard to stick it back in there too, you know. I don't think the winds have said anything about them feeling threatened at any point. I think they were kind of scared a couple of times, but you know, people come up to their boat and that. But as far as you know, being in danger, I don't think they were. At least they didn't say anything about it. Yes, Jimmy. They had some flash flood going on up there in the mountains and all kinds of stuff. I left. I left a couple 3 days before it got there. So, like I was saying earlier, you know, no 4-wheel drive, and I didn't want to push the envelope. So, but it's been raining every day, every single day, and every night since I've been back, and that's pretty unusual here. There she is. Hello.
Come get your plate.
Okay, just set it aside. I'll be there in just a little while. I'm still in the chat. Actually, I'll just come and get it now. These guys are talking to themselves pretty much right now, so I'll be right there. Hey, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go get dinner, and then you guys just go ahead and keep talking to yourself. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. If anybody cares. No, sir, Larry. I get dinner, though, most every night. That's a good deal. All I got to do is keep her broom filled up with gas. Yeah, you're pretty silly, darling. Oh yeah, the old guy sleeping with a dog. Yeah. Okay, Gavin. What's for dinner, Grandpa? I'm not going to eat it on the camera because that just irritates me to death when other people do that. So we got lasagna and we got 2 kinds of garlic bread. That one there has got a lot of cheese on it, and the other one is just plain garlic bread. So I have to get it up here so you can see it. Watch it slide off onto the keyboard now. I guess you can see that. I might have to sneak a bite or two. No, Lily. You don't like garlic bread. Yeah, that was Alien was Lily. She imitates aliens every now and then just to irritate me. Yeah, I think you did, John. I think that was his favorite. Oh yeah, we need smell-o-vision, huh? No, there's no arsenic. So yeah, it's lasagna. We like lasagna. She tries not to give me too much pasta. Mostly the sauce, you know, and a little bit of pasta and some of the inner stuff, but not so much and the cheese, but not so much the pasta. Boy, I know what you mean, darling. Oh, Taco Bell? Oh, my. It gives me gout. Don't pick your nose. Okay, I won't. Yes, it does, Jimmy. It's that's what I was saying a couple of weeks ago. Best that you get some property and build your own. Not really, darling. It sure isn't. Not on a strict diet. I just kind of got to watch the sodium, you know. I know Coke is loaded with sodium, but, you know, I'll drink some of that and then I'll lay off for a while and back and forth. Yep, the lasagna's good. It's lasagna and skitties. Yeah, he was, John. Okay, Jimmy. I won't be up there, though, anytime soon. You probably wouldn't want to come down in the wintertime anyway, would you? It'd be more like spring, summer. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that, darling. Okay, good. I was looking at the link you sent me. I've been there 2 or 3 times. Nothing has changed, so I was kind of wondering what was going on with that. Okay, Larry, I will. When we're done here, I'll eat it. I tried that before, Nomad, and it just makes a big mess on there, you know? Hard to clean off. And then the cat has to get up there and lick on the camera, so, you know, it's just not right. Put your side in there, Chin, so Darling can go look. He's going to start a chat site where we can have multiple cameras on at the same time. And you remember, like, what was it? Google Live Chat or whatever it was. Google Hangout, where you could have like up to 8 people in. Oh, and to answer your question, Chen, it's called vMix. V is in Victor, MIX is what I use. Can have one. The version that I have, I can have one other person in, but to have 8, it's very expensive. Wouldn't be worth it. You know, the only reason I do have the one where I can have one in, it was like $300 and something, but I bought this thing a long time ago, so I've been getting the updates. It got to where it was just, you know, there was a lot of people that ruined it for everybody, let's put it that way. Yeah, Chin can. You're a host. You're a moderator. You can, and Gavin can. May as well give it up, Chris. It's never going to happen. Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you were on your RTR thing again. But yeah, you know, we could all meet up over there on Chin's site. That'd be fun. Okay, darling. It'll be a little drive, I think. Oh, Daryl. That was awful. By the way, welcome. Okay, Chen, let me know, and then we'll see if we can get that going. That'll be kind of fun. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about, Chris. That's not going to happen. She better not be. Well, you had me looking, darling. She won't do that when I'm up, but she'll get up on the counters at night. She thinks I'm sleeping. Yeah, Daryl, they have to go to the corner for a little while. Where'd you go, kitty? She's back there looking out the window. We got cats around, so she likes to sit in the back there up in the window and watch the other cats. You spill some on your shirt, John? I was going to try to do a guest host on here, but well, when Alan was around, we always had to, set up an hour before, because things change, and then we'd had to get it reset and all that kind of stuff, and then Gavin, he wasn't able to do it because he's got a slow connection, and I think Chen. Yeah, Chen was on one or two nights, weren't you, Chen? Yes, they are, Gavin. And she's really sneaky. Who, me, Chris? Yeah, I'll be cooking some corned beef. Pot roast. All the normal stuff. Yeah, like I was saying, I don't know what happened to Alan. And like I said before, he promised to let me know, on how things go with his tests and all that, so I don't know. I can't get Lily to sit in my lap for anything. Not for very long. She starts jerking her tail around and that kind of stuff, so, and then pretty soon the claws come out, so. And she's always been that way. I've never been able to get her to sit in my lap. I never learned to make gravy, Chris. My mother tried to teach me once, but she'd forgotten how at that point. I mean, she was like 91. And so it just turned out more like paste with lumps. And you know what, John, I've noticed too that since I've done those, they seem to be popping up a little more often. And the pressure cooker thing. Yeah, that's right, darling. In fact, when I got her, she was just a kitten, and I told them that I didn't really want a cat that had to be in my lap all the time. And they brought her out, and she just kind of looked at me and sniffed my shoe a little bit and wandered off. But she's one of the best. I've had a few cats in my life, and she's one of the best ones I've ever had. She's pretty talkative. Yeah, it was a pasty, lumpy paste. Really was. Yeah, could be, John. I would think that he'd let me know, but, you know. He may not even got the email, so I don't know. I might send him another one to see what he's doing. Oh, I know, Chris. I love that. You know, and avocados, I love avocados anyway, so, and the cucumbers, and I like a lot. Yeah, me too, Gavin. Uh, a friend of mine showed me how to do it in the ground. Just, you know, dig a hole and make a fire in there and get some good hot coals, and then put the Dutch oven in the ground and just, you know, cover it all up except for the top, the lid, you know, and then keep coals on that lid. I know, Evelyn. It sounds so easy, but you know, and not for me. Yeah, I know, Chen. One's like to crawl over the top of your shoulder and up over your head and across the table, and I remember that night. Okay. All right, freedom. Harvey, freedom. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, thank you, John. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, dogs are good. I like dogs. I've had a couple of really good dogs, but cats, you know, like you say, they're independent. You know, you don't have to, you know, be with them all the time. You know, and they're just, you know, you don't have to take them outside 2 or 3 times a day. Hello, Camper Van. Kevin, welcome. How are you? We're doing pretty good, Kevin. How about you? Yeah, that's the way to do it, Chris. Just buy it in a jar. Fry up some sausage, you know, and put chunks in there, and you're going to have biscuits and sausage gravy. I know it seems like most of the time the ladies learn to cook the gravy first. Or at least the ladies in my family, that's what they learned to cook, was the gravy. Hey, Warren. How you been, man? MC Van Man, that's Warren. He's been around for a long time. I understand that, Kevin. It's about to get really cold up there pretty soon, isn't it? Yeah, that's the best way for me too, darling. Well, you should do a couple of cooking videos, Gavin. I like to see all that. I've been trying to find some green tomatoes. But like I said, I go to Walmart and they just look at you like, "Ooh, you know what? Tomatoes are green?" That's all we can do, Warren. That's all we can do. Oh, he didn't like that. No, Kevin. Doggies don't like the vet. Yeah, I just, darling, that somebody just told, had never had the opportunity to try it, and so I didn't even know how to start. And then Lake Lizard explained how to do it step by step. So, finding green tomatoes. I got green tomatoes on the plant out in the front, but they're the cherry tomatoes, and I'm not sure if they're going to go ripe or not. So, it might be a challenge to do the cherry tomatoes. Oh, I know, Chris. That's rough, isn't it? See you later. Hey, good to see you, Kevin. We do this every Monday night, so hopefully we'll see you in here again. You're always welcome. Try to take it easy. Oh, yeah, it is, Gavin. Used to call it SOS, but don't anybody say what SOS means, please. We all know what it means. Yeah, I might have to wait till next season to get some green tomatoes to try that, but that'll be one of the first ones I'll do as soon as we get some. I remember it being around, darling, but I didn't watch it. What do you want? What do you want? You want back up here? Well, come on. So she jumps down and runs off. Yeah. I think the best microwave dinner I eat is the chicken pot pies. I love those. Texas toast is good. Make French toast, little cinnamon on the top, and some really thin bacon. Ah, jeez. And my dinner's sitting over here on the stove, and you guys are talking about food. Thanks a lot. I might do that, Gavin. See what I can find. Jeez. Oh, man. Okay, fine. Gonna have to get a bite of bread now. Thanks a lot. Oh, really, Chris? Is she meowing? That's it, Chris. That's what I like. Make a nice little pancake sandwich. Lots of syrup. Yeah, she does do that, John. She'll come running out and sit down by my legs there and meow at me. Yeah, strange nose. No, you'd think she'd be used to it by now, though. As much as it's been raining, but... Yeah? What? What do you want? What? You got food? You got fresh water. You got lots of food. Hey. What? Yeah? No, we're not getting another treat. You just had one. No. I am. I'm okay with that, Jen. Just let me know when it's up and running. The ex's husband can really make some good French toast, and he'll only do it if he runs everybody out of the kitchen. He doesn't want anybody to know how he does it. So, but it's really good, and then he gets really thin bacon. I don't know where he gets that. It's very, very thin, and boy, is it good. Yeah, get out there and do a rain dance, Chen. That should drive the neighbors crazy. Hey, no problem, Jen. Okay, John. Have a good evening. Good to see you. We got a little bit of Hurricane Rosa. Yeah, it just turned into a good rainstorm is all by the time we got here. But I know you're talking about the Florida down there. I know you're talking about that. Okay. I'm on and off about it. RV freedom. I know last year the internet was terrible. You couldn't get online and it was awful. It took forever. If you made a video, it took forever, you know, hours and hours to upload a 5-minute video. Gotta make me a couple of ciggies. Be right back. What are you doing? What you doing? Hey. Yeah, I love you too. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. If anybody cares. Sorry, Chris. I feel for you, but I just can't reach it, you know? Yeah, I'm the same way, Chris. I'm extremely introvert. I'm perfectly happy to be by myself. I was uncomfortable most of the time when people come, you know. When Bruce came, he stayed for a week, you know. that was about a good time. And then Alan came, and we got to be pretty good friends, but I was still a little bit uncomfortable most of the time. Gavin, you should get a 2 or 3 week vacation and come on out. Never been over there, Nomad. It was bad enough just going into town just to get a flat tire fixed, help somebody get a flat tire fixed. It wouldn't be my cup of tea to be walking around looking at anything. That's enough, Chris. Yeah, it works out pretty good to get a bag of tobacco, a 1 pound bag for about $21 here, and then about $2.50, almost $3 for a box of tubes. And usually about 2 tubes per bag of tobacco. The whole thing's less than $50. Yeah, you're right, Kevin. Hello, Dan. Welcome. Yeah, well, for me, that's what it cost me, because I do smoke a lot. So, but if you don't smoke that much, it's, can really save a lot of money. I shouldn't be advocating it. You should not be smoking at all, but still, I'll quit one day, or I won't. Get you one of those machines, with a handle. Make a pack of cigarettes in about 10 minutes. Yeah. Problem with that, though, Chin, is there's about 60 other campers between us and that mile, or 3 miles. We were all piled on top of each other just about when Alan and I went out there. "95% of the people, though, were good people, They were quiet, the sun go down, everybody got quiet. And of course, there was always that other crowd. When the sun goes down, they come out. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I couldn't think of the name of it, Warren. It's a good little machine. I've had mine about 4 years, I guess, and it still works as good now as it did, so. Yeah, Evelyn, I wish I could. It's been, let's see. Yeah, it's been about 55, 56 years for me, Evelyn, so Yeah, I tried to quit a few times over my life, and it's not pretty. I saw something that the beet harvest was shut down because of weather. There's a video on YouTube. I didn't watch it, but I just happened to notice it. Does anybody know about that, or was it just a temporary thing? Yeah, it takes a little bit of practice, darling. But after a while, you got it down pat. What's that, Dan? Haven't heard what? I'm sorry if it's been more than 30 seconds. I forgot what was said. So. Yeah, I understand that, Gavin. Get her, Gavin. Good seeing all of you. It was cool. Yeah, you were, Jimmy. What's up with that? Okay, have a good night, Jimmy. Good to see you. Night, Jimmy. Hey, poor Jimmy probably couldn't get a word in edgewise. Bye, Jimmy. Hmm. Yeah, he is. He really is. You get him going, he's pretty funny, darling. Yeah, I was just thinking about that, Chris. Great minds think alike, you know. Yeah, my doctor tells me I got to quit every time I see him. And then he grins at me like, "Yeah, you know, you pay attention to me, don't you?" All right, what happened, Evelyn? I tried to do the mod thing. What do you call them? See, we went through this last week too. I don't remember what they're called now, but vape thing. I tried to do that, but it just wasn't quite the same. Ow, that hurts, Gavin. Those hurt. I know that for a fact. Yeah, I've had doctors do that too, darling, and catch him outside in the back smoking after you leave. I ran out of coffee. Oh God, that's bad. Hey, RN, how are you? Good to see you, Deb. Vaping is useless, yeah. I've heard the same thing, Warren. Give you the hiccups? Oh, hypocrites. I thought you... Sorry, I thought you said it gave you the hiccups. Oh yeah, that'll make you angry, doesn't it? Yeah, I remember that, Gavin. I remember those days. Of course, I never found one. I waited a while, and then pretty soon Mom forgot, so, you know. Deb, did you get your lungs fill up with fluid a lot right shortly after you started? I've heard that's what happens. And then you cough all that stuff up, and then it's okay. I don't know, darling. I don't remember what I paid for mine. Arkansas. That's nice. Down there in the Ozarks. I've heard that 2 or 3 times where, you start coughing up a whole lot of stuff, and then if you keep with it, it goes away. Oh, I love fried bologna. Sure, you can vape in Colorado, but I don't know why you would. Yeah, darling, like I said, it just takes a little practice at first. It then, after a while, you'll figure it out. Yeah, you're right, darling. I heard you can buy the juice. Yeah, it didn't even make it on the ballot this year. Mine must be pretty old. Mine's blue. I can't think of any, Chris. Yeah, that's about the average, darling. About 17, 20, 21. I was surprised that Kevin came by, though he usually doesn't come around. But it's always the same. It's always the same ones. We always have a good time. Okay, Chen. Are you going to come back? And then Warren, I believe that Warren, it's the first time you come in too, isn't it? And no particular theme, darling. We just jump in there and say whatever we want to talk about, you know. Oh, that sounds really good, Chris. And I got about 20 minutes or so and I'm going to shut down. So, yeah, if you're around in about 20 minutes or less, come on back. Oh, you have? You used one of them lurkers, Warren? Kind of lurking in the shadows there. Hi, Deb. Yeah, I already said hi, Deb. I'm sorry. You watched too? How come you never... It's the first time you ever said anything. What's up with that? Both you guys. Will do, Freedom. RV, Freedom, I will. Good to see you. And like I was saying, you know, Monday night, that's what we do. If you're talking to me, Deb, it's about, I think it was, I looked at it was about 56 right now. It'll get down to about 48, 49. Okay, Chen. I'll be looking for it. Tell that wife of yours I said hi. I can stay out about 30 days. And then, you know, I'll carry about 25 or 30 gallons of water. There's a place up there where you can get it for free. And so, you know, I'll usually get 25, 30 gallons of water. And then, you know, of course, with the deep freezer in there, I can buy food and freeze it. You know, before I put it in there, I always make serving sizes out of it, you know. And then just thaw that part out. Just thaw the serving side. Got that trouble with my tongue. I'm stuck in the bread. About 30 days, Kevin. I can stay out longer than that. I just, you know, have to go get food and stuff, you know. And no, you're not, Charles. You come in here. I've seen you in here before. We got places. Yeah, get out the big blankets, Chris. Hey, Todd, you made it. Finally. Somebody wake you up? Ah, okay. I understand that, Todd. Been a long time, but I understand it. Okay. Why would you do that, Chris? I heard beer as a shampoo works pretty good. Yeah, Todd, happy anniversary. With the same woman, Todd? 35 years? Yeah, I can say stuff like that, Todd, because I know she can't reach me to hit me. Yeah, you just, you wash your hair with it, and drink a little bit, and then wash your hair, and, it's good for your hair, too, beer is. She's patient, huh? That's funny. See? I told you guys. Darling puts beer in her hair. No, thank you, Chris. You know what I always say. I have enough nightmares on my own. I don't want to wake up with one. Hey, C-Tap. Good to see ya. Yeah, the chat doesn't show up in the cell phones. C-Tap. That was funny. That was funny, Gavin. Thank you. My, it's a long time, you guys. I see mine every day. Is that a challenge, Warren? 20 years? On your last one, you say you made it 20 years. That's a long time, you guys. I don't remember that travel trailer you got. It had an AC on it, didn't it, Todd? Oh, okay. Yeah, we got along okay. We just couldn't live together, you know. I mean, you know, I live in her driveway right now. She's married, and you know, she's married to a pretty good guy, I guess, and but you know, we're still friends. So your bitter half. Oh, she's not where she can hear you or see you typing. Yeah, she'd be telling you, you better sleep on the couch. I don't know, Chris. I guess by the time I get hungry. Yeah, we're friends, Deb. As long as I keep gas in her broom, you know, everything's fine. She gets a little cranky, though, when she runs out of gas. Yeah, quality is getting pretty hard to find now, Todd. Yeah, I've said it before. You know, she and I get along pretty good now. We just couldn't live together. You know, it just couldn't do it. You'd probably find a couple of those around Scottsdale, Chris. Yeah. You guys remember the Man song? He was the king of his castle as long as she wasn't home. And he can go out and stay out as long as he wants if he don't mind sleeping on the couch. There's a whole bunch of them. Okay, peeps, it's about time. Yeah, that's the one, Warren. That's the one. Okay, I'm going to settle down here. I'm going to leave it running, though, like I always do, so you guys can do what you want to do there. Hang out, whatever. And, you know, I have to do my speech at the end of this. You know, if you shop it at Amazon, be sure and click on the link. It's down there below this video. And, you know, there's a list of things. Go to the influencer site. There's a list of things that I've either purchased or used. And some pretty good stuff. If you don't find anything there, just scroll back up to the top there and type what you want in the search bar. And that'll take you to the regular Amazon pages. By law, I got to tell you that I will make a small commission, but it doesn't cost you a penny. So that's it on that speech. Appreciate it. And y'all try to have a good evening, what's left of it. I'm going to eat my lasagna and eat my garlic bread. So, like I said, I'll leave this thing up running for a while. And see you next week. I'll try to do some videos in between, cooking video or something. So, y'all have a good night.